Vordir here to speak the truth. Is hip-hop bad for Black America? This question was asked March 18, 2013 at 2:36 p.m. by Courtney Garcia. And this is brought to me by The Griot, NBC News. Is hip-hop bad for Black America? I'm also asking all the viewers and subscribers the same question. Kendrick Lamar, Nicki Minaj, and Childish Gambino, Chief Keef, from the profound to profane, these rap artists represent the scale of hip-hop status quo. They are the heirs to one of America's most authentically black art forms, for better or for worse. While rap music began as a voice of youth rebellion in marginalized communities, it presents incarnation denotes in an oftentimes different perspective, one that may not be entirely positive for African American community. Though the genre has improved musically with the incorporation of new styles, sophisticated performance, the good use arguably matched by the bad, talk of drug use, squandered wealth, and hypersexual behavior permeates the text of some of rap's top lyricists. And the real-life philandering creates a questionable parallel to the stories told in their music. Rap hasn't been a revolutionary's means of protest. If it really was, for more than 2 decades now, says Thomas Chatterton Williams, author of Losing My Cool, How a Father's Love and 15,000 Books Beat Hip-Hop Culture, what it is now is a mellifluous soundtrack to a certain kind of lifestyle that has its roots in the Black and Latino ghetto. The voice of rap today is more sophisticated, yet ultimately shallower than before. It does not tend to serve or represent those marginalized communities well. What it does do is conflate the notion of black authenticity with street credibility. Williams grew up in a middle-class kid from New Jersey who idolized Tupac Shakur. For most of his youth, he strove to be more street in order to keep up with the cool posse, until he realized in college that there was a higher pursuit. Perhaps that's one of Williams suggests biggest gripes with hip-hop is the weight it carries in the minds of youth. The difference between rappers, even the best and smartest rappers, and serious thinkers is one of kind and not degree. He says, so one of the real strategies of black life today, to my mind, is that so many kids are sold this idea that the two are equivalent. Other rap aficionados agree. Leslie Jones, an actress and a comedian who's watched the genre involved, says she wouldn't even listen to rap music anymore if it weren't for the beats. I was actually around when rap started, Jones explains. The original rap, Sugar Hill, Grandmaster Flash, and then we move on to Houdini and Run DMC, Big Daddy Kane. It was all raw. It was stories. It was beats. The rap now has no plot. Sometimes I listen to Lil Wayne and I go, this mother effer is retarded. The music is awesome, but he ain't singing shit. I want to take my belt off and just discipline him. Over the past decade, the production value of rap music has increased significantly with the rising popularity of deviations like trap music, emo rap, and dubstep. The southern crunk artists like T.I., Young Jeezy have found a larger niche among popular rappers like Rick Ross, Gucci Mane, 2 Chainz, and Waka Flocka Flame, and the trend carried over into the electronic scene. Similarly, emo rap has allowed rap to expand its margins, luring audience from the worlds of pop and electronic into a newfound rap alternative led by stars such as Kid Cudi, Drake, Kanye West. Yet Jones believed hip-hop lyrics have subsequently veered too far from their roots to be respected, even if the production has improved. The way that music changed, it shows how our society has also changed, she points out. It's also because it's made to look easy. Back in the day when you were listening to it, you'd be like, can't nobody rap like that. But now everybody feels like they can put a record out. I think it's cheapened us in a way. It's made us very nonchalant about what's going on in our society. More specifically, the voices of Black America has been strained. Every person in your neighborhood should not have their own demo tape. Writer Ferrari Shepard points out, I'm afraid our dependence on entertainment and arts as a means of gaining capital, empowerment, and liberation has thrown us so-called minorities overboard. Examples of success are dangled in front of us like fruit fixed to a hamster wheel. Jay-Z is one person. Diddy is one person. There are over 30 million black people in the United States. In 2011, Forbes released its list of billionaires of color, and out of 1,210 billionaires worldwide, only 6 people are of color. Not black Americans, people of color. This is extremely telling. Let's talk about what hip-hop represented when it became the hood CNN, he continues, or a window for white America to safely view the nightmarish effects of crack and Reaganomics on the black community. Every hip-hop participant you asked back then would have told you that hip-hop represents what's happening in their neighborhoods: murders, prostitution, degraduation, police brutality, harassment. What they couldn't have told you was that in a decade, billions of dollars would be generated from exploiting these very realities, and that they, the disenfranchised, would not be the beneficiaries of the fortune. On the other hand, academics like Cornel West and Michael Eric Dyson go so far to teach courses and write books on the philosophy and reach of hip-hop. Dyson used Jay-Z as a subject of a sociology course at Georgetown University, looking at how rap globalized the conception of blackness with political impact. The emergence of artists like Lamar, who found commercial success without tapping into a so-called rap fox pause, also suggests a story-driven, thought-provoking hip-hop record can prevail without succumbing to 21st century ideology. This month, MTV ranked the 25-year-old from Compton as hottest MC in the game, above Kanye, Drake, and 2 Chainz. Lamar's major label debut album, Good Kid, Mad City, was described as cinematic, a coming-of-age story with drama-filled narrative progress. Lamar's success, nonetheless, is countered by the negative impact of artists like Chief Keef, whose violence-driven lyrics and personal life have been met with the scrutiny from rap fans. Chief Keef rose to fame after releasing music on YouTube while under house arrest for dealing heroin. He eventually signed to Interscope Records. Despite the career progression, the teen rapper's real-life drama furthered when he was convicted of aggravated assault of a police officer, violated his probation, and was investigated for connection to a Chicago homicide. I came home one day to hear my brother blasting Chief Keef from his bedroom window with lyrics containing themes such as killing, obscene sex acts with girls, and heavy use of the N-word. San Jose state student Lauren Haley writes this in the Spartan Daily. My problem isn't the fact that we have this kind of stuff floating around the world. My issue is that we're making it readily available to children. I'm not going to read all of this. I'm just going to, I gave you guys the majority of it. But is hip-hop bad for black America? And honestly, I would say 70% of it is bad for black America, because what it does is it perpetuates the negative stereotypes held against black people as it is. And what you got to realize is hip-hop is just that. It's a small window into black America, and it's a very small window because most black people are not living in the hood, are not drug dealers, gangsters, sluts, hoes, are not calling each other niggas and bitches every day. But if you look at hip-hop, you would assume, looking from the outside in, that that is how black people act. And that's what I mean by it perpetuates the negative stereotypes held against us. And then it doesn't do anything but support the coonery and the buffoonery that goes on in the black community. It gives other races a negative viewpoint of us. And that's the problem. And like he said, most of these rappers, they don't own their own lyrics, their own songs. They're basically slaves to the record industry and the record label that they're signed with. They're not even getting the maximum profit off their own music. So, once again, another $40 million slave. Just like a lot of these sports players, it is what it is. Let me know what you think in the comments box below. Subscribe to the channel. And is hip-hop bad for black America?